Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix, and this is the 2024 Infiniti QX55. This is a crossover coupe. So you're gonna have the seating for 5, but you're also gonna have a vehicle that is designed for everyday driving. If you're thinking about an SUV, but you kind of miss a car, this is the sweet spot that you're gonna be looking for. There are some changes for this year, and we'll show you the whole vehicle. We'll talk about price, cargo space, pros and cons, and competitors, so stay with us till the end. Starting with the front of the car, you have these LED headlights on both sides, and this gigantic Infiniti logo hides a lot of the safety features that is behind this vehicle, and they're all standard, which is really important because some of the other luxury crossover coupes in this competitive set, they upcharge you for them and it gets really expensive. Standard is the Pro Pilot Assist, which is a lane centering system that really works easily. You can adjust it on your steering wheel. Really nice to see that this vehicle is all included in this. And some people ask, what's with this logo? It's Infiniti. Going down the road forever is 2 lanes of the road going on forever. That's really what it's all about. Down here is additional ventilation to keep this engine running cool, as well as driving lights, so you can see clearly if there's fog. Standard on all Infiniti QX55s for 2024 is a 20-inch alloy wheel with all-season tires. Really good to have, especially with this intelligent all-wheel drive. Will give you the best traction year-round. I do like this coupe style design, but it's important to note that you lose about 1.5 inches of headroom, and we'll show you that when we show you the interior of this vehicle. This vehicle has not been updated on the exterior look for this year, so if you're thinking about an Infiniti QX55, you'll note that it is available in 7 exterior colors, and the curb weight of this vehicle is 4,070 pounds. The warranty on this vehicle is 4 years or 60,000 miles, and there's a longer powertrain warranty as well, and it does include 3 years of scheduled maintenance, which most of the competitors don't offer. Coming around to the back of this coupe, you'll see the upper wing with the integrated third brake light and the wiper blade, which I personally like tucked up underneath the wing, but maybe that'll happen when they do the redesign. Infiniti logo here and across the back, LED taillights, QX55, and the all-wheel drive. Exhaust systems are nice and clean. Overall, this vehicle hasn't changed, but it's still a really good-looking vehicle. Seating in the QX55 is for 5 passengers. These zero-gravity seats are heated as well as ventilated. Heated steering wheel and standard leather is appointed with dark aluminum trim pieces. Getting into the second row, this is a higher seating position, almost like a stadium seating where it's just a little bit higher than the seat in front of you. This gives you better visibility from the second row. There's 2 child safety seats across the back, pockets behind each of the seats, as well as vents behind the center console, 2 heated seat settings, USB-A and USB-C charging, as well as the ability to adjust your climate control. So there is climate control for the back as well as for the front. But overall, the seating position is great. Bose audio system right here in the door, so you get the sound that's quality on this top trim level. I do like the real wood. The materials are really nice. They've thought a lot about this vehicle. I will tell you that if you have taller passengers that sit in this second row, be forewarned, this is a coupe design, so you're losing a little bit of headroom, and that may be a factor for you. Child safety seats, of course, you want to be able to move those seats enough so they're not kicking the back of your chair. All of these are important factors. In addition, these cup holders, as well as a little bit of storage, and these seats do recline a little bit, which is really great for getting those child safety seats to fit properly because they do come in different angles. That's also a factor because this is a family vehicle. The dual screen infotainment system is an 8-inch upper and a 7-inch lower screen that also has available head-up display. 16-speaker Bose audio system, and the top display is obviously for the navigation, keeping that completely separate from the rest of the settings, which are for climate control as well as your audio system. Standard is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and only iPhones can connect wirelessly. The 4G LTE connection is also standard, as well as Bose, which is standard in the Essential and Sensory trim levels, and standard wireless charging pad. So your climate control is here, as well as heated and ventilated seats. Your charging pad is here, as well as additional outlets, and that could be for a radar detector or something you need to charge. Cup holders and your standard Infiniti/Nissan key fob. Further back, you've got your start-stop button, a regular Prindle, as I call it, park reverse neutral drive, and instead of low, it's manual. And on this side, you've got all of the settings for your cameras, your map, your voice is right here, super easy to use. Your drive modes are here, which forward is sport and personal, and then pull it back, and you'll have standard and eco. So there are 4 settings. There's auto hold as well as your parking brake right here in the center console. I do like this 2-tone soft touch center console pad. And then inside you've got additional storage, which is really nice to have, and it's quite deep. And if you've driven an Infiniti before, you're well aware of what you're looking at. But if you haven't, you'll see that I'm a big fan of the actual gauges. And you can change the center to the information that you prefer. And again, that will just keep rotating through the different settings for fuel economy and tire pressure and direction and any warnings you might have. And this is for setting of your safety features. Now, there are a lot of safety features on this vehicle, and safety is standard. And I think that's really important. That suite includes forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking. It includes blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alert. Super important these days. You've got lane centering as well, which I believe Infiniti was first to market with. They've got a lot of standard first safety features that other brands didn't have. Adaptive cruise control and the Pro Pilot Assist, which is a lane centering driver assistance technology. And you can turn that on or turn that off right here. Super easy to use. You can adjust the distance as well. All this information is right on the right side of your steering wheel. Putting the car into reverse, you'll see that it has a 360-degree camera, which is standard, which I think is really important, especially when you're backing up. You can see what's behind you. If there's an item there, the car will intervene and stop the vehicle. Again, those were one of the safety features that Nissan/Infiniti developed. Under the hood is a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine. It is a VC turbo engine, that's what Infiniti calls it, with 268 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque, backed by an XTRONIC transmission that features Downshift Rev Matching and standard paddle shifters. There are drive mode selectors of standard, eco, sport, and personal. All Infiniti QX55s are standard all-wheel drive. 0 to 60 times 6.4 seconds, 22 miles to the gallon in the city, and 28 on the highway. This car is not about being athletic or performance vehicle. I am in the sport mode. It's acceptable because a 2-liter turbo is the standard that everybody's using right now as their fuel-efficient, gasoline-powered vehicle. I do like the intelligent all-wheel drive that comes standard on all the QX55s because this vehicle is truly about being something that will give you good handling anywhere in the country, and that it does. It has the ability to adjust each corner based on traction, and that's something that Infiniti developed a long time ago. Now, as far as fuel economy, it's acceptable. It's in the mid-20s for a combined fuel economy, and this is what consumers are looking for. Something that seats 5 people comfortably. Tons of competition in this category. We'll go through the competitor set in just a minute, right after we do the cargo space, so you want to save for that. But as far as this vehicle in itself, I like it. We've been driving this for a week down here in the Florida area, and I'm really impressed with this vehicle as far as what you're getting for your money. Now, I understand that the price point is a bit high for your average crossover, but this is a luxury crossover. And when you're looking in that luxury category, this is right in the sweet spot. Now, Infiniti is something that you should absolutely take a test drive with. There are great deals through the company. It is a very reliable vehicle. I've been to the factory. They use this IBAS system, which is how all the panels are perfectly gapped. They really do a nice job building this vehicle properly. So if you haven't driven an Infiniti in a long time, you're gonna like it. I do like the head-up display that is on our top trim level. Again, you can turn it on, you can turn it off. There's a lot of settings here that allow for you to personalize the styling of the vehicle and what you're looking at. But overall, this vehicle rides nicely. It's not a performance car. It doesn't have to be, but it has really good brakes and excellent all-wheel drive, and certainly something that you should take for a test drive. When it comes to cargo space, there's 26.9 cubic feet of storage. When you fold down that second row 60/40 split rear seats, you are up to 54.1 cubic feet of storage. Standard is a power liftgate. Additional storage is underneath this cover, which is really nice for an emergency kit or things that you'd like to hide. Folding down those rear seats, Pretty simple. The 2024 Infiniti QX55 has 3 different trim levels, and of course the prices adjust with that. The Luxe is $51,195, the Essential is $56,145, and the top trim level, which we have here, is the Sensory at $59,695. There are some pros and cons. I do like the exterior of this car. It is a great looking car. Infiniti has always had nice looking cars and really top quality build quality, which is important because you want a vehicle that lasts. This is the luxury line for Nissan. Decent handling and good performance, as well as acceptable fuel economy. On the negative side, I wish the infotainment system was one large screen or maybe a little different. For some people, the 2 screens don't bother them because it allows you to have the navigation and then the climate control. But I think that's something that's going to be updated in future Infiniti models. As far as competitors, there is a lot in this category. Actually, quite a long list, and maybe some that I won't even list. Porsche Macan, the Genesis GV70, which is one of my favorites, the Mercedes GLC, Volvo XC60, BMW X3, the Audi Q5, and the Acura RDX, just to name a few. Of course, there's also Lexus and many other vehicles such as Jaguar and Land Rover. There's a lot of vehicles in this category, so make sure to test drive every single one before you make a final decision, and then check with your insurance agent. Find out what the rates are so you can get the best price for you, not just on the price of the car, but also on those insurance factors, which people tend to forget because you find a great car like this and you get excited about it right away. So it's important to do your homework before you make your final decision. Now, if you have additional questions about the 2024 Infiniti QX55, put them down below. Let's start the conversation. I'll answer your questions so that you can make great decisions. If you own one of these or owned one in the past, we'd always like to hear your feedback as well. If you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. The link for that is in the description, as well as all the ways to reach me through social media, the book, the podcast, the website. And in addition, if you got value from this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this one, and we will look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks so much for your time. I'm Lauren Fix. Have you ever thought, why in the world is my wireless bill so darn high? What are we paying all this money for? Speed, coverage, data, access to 5G, unlimited talk and text, mobile hotspots? We are partnering with Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers all of these features for as low as $15 per month. They're reimagining the wireless shopping experience and made it easy and online. No stores, no salespeople, just huge direct-to-you savings. Why should you pay more when you have access to premium wireless? Mint Mobile runs on the nation's largest 5G network. Whether you use your phone to watch YouTube, listen to podcasts, or play games, you get the same speed and performance as the big guys while connecting to Mint's network. How hard is it to switch your service? Big Wireless wants you to think it's hard, but switching to Mint is super easy. Thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most phones now have, you can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. And if your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free. Just go to trymintmobile.com/LaurenFix, also linked in the description down below, to get premium wireless for $15 a month.